remember when we was in Amsterdam, yeah, and that was the first time that I heard the album, right?
Oh,
I hadn't heard this
AirPod
album.
in. Yeah.
I had a one AirPod in,
Yeah.
and I was going, what? This is alright. This is fire. Everything's down because obviously, of course, it's Stormzy, so he's already got that going down. Of course, because of the big things that he's on, he's got all the mixing and mastering. It's proper. And I think I like his music because of the fact, you know, he's incorporating. It's like chilling with one of the guys. There's jokes and there's real life bits and it's kind of all around. Yeah. And then the video just always so perfectly goes down with it. I don't know who it is that's in charge of his thing, but like it's just always proper. It's just like they've taken care of every part. It's interesting. Like every 15 seconds, something new is happening.
You know what I feel like though? I feel like it's not just the director though. It's
Oh
him.
no!
It's,
But that's
I feel like
I don't mean the director.
I feel like the director is just a exponential incubator, yeah, for the energy that the artist provides. That artist may not actually say anything, but the energy may just be fossiled in just the track. Or it might be the artist, you know what, we really need to get this done because this song went this to me, this to me, this to me. When I was thinking about this is when I made the track. When an artist comes and has that, you know what I mean, that energy bouncing off the wall, as a creative, as somebody that is employed to bring your vision to life, that is like, it's like a gold mine.
Yeah, it's like a synergy.
Yes.
And that's what it feels like though. The thing what I'm saying
that's,
is like,
that's what I said.
because
It.
even without knowing, even
like
if you
Stormzy's that power. You know what I mean?
But it's just like you can feel that everyone that was involved and made any decisions in the production,
they believe.
But even beyond belief, we're on the same page.
Yeah,
they're reading from the real same page.
Yeah.
Also, one thing that I think makes a massive difference that is not often accounted for is the artists themselves. Like, and I think this is where you start to get from someone who can make great music and is a recording artist to someone who's like star ready and is really just that person, because I don't want to call it acting, but like they have to be able to act on camera. That persona needs to come through on camera to match what's going on in the video.
It does.
And like they do it so wonderfully. But the number one thing that I also see, to put it in simple terms for people that haven't don't know what we're talking about though, is like typically the more people who have a dedicated job that I see listed down afterwards, the better. Which makes perfect sense, because when everyone can concentrate on one thing,
it makes you can do your job better.
It's perfect. And obviously that's all you see with the movies. That's the only real difference. Is obviously it's better equipment, whatever. But like the real difference is the fact that everyone's got a job. The focus puller, he pulls the focus. That is it. Be great at pulling your focus. You get what I'm saying? And I think that's what makes the major difference. And that's why it's hard when you do have a lower budget. It's just because you're now relying on one creative to do more. So like you, it's a thing where you've had to learn more things. So even when you don't have 20 people to do their separate jobs,
I have to do the art direction, I have to do the casting, I have to do the producing, I have to do the what was other roles, flipping, sometimes BTS at the same time. Like basically,
networking on set,
keeping
the timing up, all of it.
Keeping the timing, production management, be my first AC sometimes. Like,
and I think you kind of brought that to my attention a long time ago, because you started having better videos, and the one thing that I was noticing is that it was all the times when you had more people on the set. Like every time when you're telling me you got who can I pick out? Rainy Millie's video was definitely a step up from wherever he was at that point to me, and. Again, is what you had the what do you call it, like set designer,
art director,
and so then it's like, okay, now all the things in the video are authentic, and these are not things that you notice consciously when you watch it through the first time. But when I start going through and picking at it, I'm pausing, and now I've watched it a third time, fourth time, and I'm starting to notice bits. That's where if the quality was off, that's when I start noticing.
I remember what I said about depth and layers. That's what I'm talking about. Not just necessarily in a story base, but from a visual base. Like we spoke about replay value and shareability on our last talk, on one of the last talks. The reason people replay and can share things continuously, and replay mainly, go back, is because they're finding more and more. With a lot of our UK visuals, we have no depth. Because you know why? There's a number of reasons. The artist doesn't care about their music. I'll be very honest. And it's gonna hit home for a lot of artists, and they're gonna probably feel a little bit, hard done by when they hear that. But a lot of artists don't care.
But you know what's also interesting to add to that? You've got that side of things. They don't really care. They put it out for whatever reason. They want to live the lifestyle, which I do see often. Yeah. They want to do a video because they want to have the day where they're the centre and doing the cars and the models and that. But then you've got the complete other side as well, where there's a lot of artists who are very passionate about their music. But that's what they are. They are a musician. And so then when it comes to the visuals, they almost feel like, oh, well, you know, as long as they can hear the track, these visuals don't matter. It's just something as a placeholder. And I think what those particular people think like that haven't realised is that it's not the same anymore. Like, once you go to a music video, that is its own form of like... I don't even know what to call it, but that is its own form of art. A representation for you. Yeah, once you put the two things together, it's separate now. It's a different thing.
Yeah, 100%.
And unfortunately, the music does not stand on its own.
Because there's great tracks that I can't even watch the video to the end.
Yeah.
Or I'm watching the video but listening to the track and not looking at the video. And I feel like we have to realise that they are both, it's very separate. Having a great track and having a great project, music visual project, is very different.
But also can stop you from hearing it. So like, if you've got a deep track, for example, because this is one when I often mention it. When you've got a deep track that does actually have lyrical content, but I need to kind of concentrate on it. A great video, it leads me to hearing the track better. I understand where you're going with the story because you're showing me, right? You're showing me what's in your head when you were writing it. Whereas there are some where it's then like, okay, you had that deep chat, I didn't hear none of it because all I could focus on was the fact that, you know, that error in your video or that glitch in your video,
or
that
the
you've
fact
got,
that the cameraman's movement is seen when it's not meant to be moving, or
or bad lighting, or something like bad lighting.
But I can't lie to you, lighting, and I don't know why people. Well, you know what? It's our job. People just don't know because what they see, they can't actually translate into the behind the scene of actually what's going on. Yeah. So they see all these movies and they want their films to look like movies. Well, you haven't got a lighting technician, and these films, they've got a specific lighting team who have made this person isolated in this frame.
Yeah,
you won't look like that person.
I think it's definitely a surprise because even to me, it surprises me up to now. When we look at like a camera, pre-lighting, and then we add the lights, I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah,
it makes people look different. It makes it, and even subtle parts. So like, obviously we had it here where this things fell off because we're blocking it. But like without that, it changes the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly.
The whole background would look different, if the lighting wasn't how it is. And I think that is definitely something that perhaps just needs to be educated more. Is that the visuals are actually all about light. If we think about it, like the cameras, it's all about frame sizing and all that, and it's all light.
You know, like what photography actually means?
What does it mean?
Drawing with light.
Mad.
So you're booking the video, but we've only got X amount of lights, and we know we need more. So in order to draw your picture better, what do you need? More light. A light technician, someone that knows light. And if it's a project where you're not gonna get somebody else, then at least put in your schedule enough time to try and get the light right. Do you get me? Like that's even another.
Not try.
Not even try. Get it right.
I think it's necessary. I think it's necessary because I would even say like, and I've been telling people this. When you're telling me you've got constricted budget, let's run through the budget, right? Because I say to them, so you haven't got lighting, but we've got a model. I guarantee you're gonna be better off. Spend a piece on the lights. Don't worry about the car. If you stand still with a mic,
but you look
and banging light, you can do so much with it. So much, and the quality, again, like I say, will have you there. So sometimes you got a story track, but you're like, there's no way I could produce my story on the money I've got. Bro, just tell me the story, but do it in a high enough quality way. You can have a simple video, well lit, and the camera slowly moving out for a man, and it's like that will suffice. As long as you've done that,
do something
quality
and a half job in a halfway.
Yeah, like we said, and obviously it's just education. Yeah. But without lighting, you cannot. Your cameras are limited. Yeah. Your everything is limited without the lights. Exactly. So I think that's probably the director and lighting technician. Maybe that's what we need to be putting out in 2020. That's the essential people to get for it.
Perhaps.
I think that would be. I think we would see the quality of visuals increase exponentially.
There we go.
Properly, bro.
Remember, this is Exkluse Media, and what we do is we increase exk exponentially. All right.
You don't even need a good camera for lighting. Because if it's lit, your camera will pick it
This
up.
is what I'm
Exactly.
saying, and you know where I
Exactly.
clock it, yeah, is on when I'm using my phone. Because obviously to record my videos, I'm just using my phone.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
It's why I got my.
Yeah,
my
but
so I've
it
got,
still looks
I've got iPhone XR, yeah.
Yeah.
And the difference, it does look great with the lighting.
With the lighting.
When I take the lighting away, sometimes that picture really looks
Yes, I
shy,
know,
bruv.
yeah.
Like it looks terrible.
Yeah, and
yeah.
But we're not saying that phones are replacing cameras, because obviously they can't, because they're not as clear and not as good. What we're saying is that using what you have and making the best out of that situation through the knowledge that you now know and the knowledge that you're gonna gain. That's basically what we're talking about.
Specifically lighting.
Specifically,
Specifically lighting. But yeah, man, and I just think, yeah, I personally don't think there's excuses. I don't want to hear budget excuses, because these days, if you can afford
Yeah.
to go to a studio,
Yeah.
if you can afford to get a master,
Yeah.
then you can afford lights.
Yes,
I
of
just
course.
bought my lights the other day.
Of course.
Bare minimum thing.
Yeah.
£90.
Yeah.
It's sufficient.
Yeah, of course.
It's sufficient.
Everyone can afford everything. It's just about how much you want to wait to
True
get to the goal that you want.
True that.
Everyone can afford everything. It just depends on how much you want to work to get to your goal. That's literally what I don't take no excuses for. If I'm telling you this is my price, this is my price, and you can afford it. What you're gonna decide is whether you want
Yeah,
to
yeah,
pay
yeah.
for it.
Whether you value it enough
Whether
for
you
it to be worth it for you.
enough. Exactly. And there's no right or wrong answer to that, but just remember you have a choice, and I think everyone needs to know that as well. I was gonna say that it feels like lighting's been the main subject of this talk. A video I just watched, I think it's Skip Marley, and there's a girl who's in the track. I can't remember the girl's name. I watched it a while ago. If you want to know what lighting does, but it's more than lighting, to be fair, yeah, because the story is great, like the way they shoot it, the slow, oh, it's like, you know what I mean, like it's reggae, it's like you're floating, but the lighting specifically, it sets such a tone. And I want you guys to go and watch that video. Maybe I'll put something here. I want you to watch or take in that video and imagine if there was no extra lighting, or if the colours weren't, changed. And see if you can notice what the lighting people did. Because a lot of the time you actually don't. A lot of the time what they'll do is they'll put a light in a place that it should be, and you won't even realise that that's not the light coming from, the environment. You understand? So I'm gonna put the video somewhere here, and just kind of try to, analyze it and take it in.
Crazy again. We
Yeah.
just go on about it for all day.
For ages, yeah, I know.
All day, because the difference it makes, I think, but I do think you have to see it. I think it's something that I don't blame people for not understanding, because it sounds extra. It sounds like something where it's like, oh yeah, but that's optional.
But you can get away with it, yeah, it's optional.
But you can't.
Yeah.
There's somebody that uses the lighting, like the quality, the difference that it makes is
It's
just
crazy.
undeniable.
Yeah, literally.
Undeniable, but
Yeah.
hopefully people hear it and take it on.
Take
You know
it
what I
on.
mean?
So I feel like, following this as well, I might have to get one or two lighting technicians as well to maybe talk about it and share some of share some of their knowledge that I've taken on.
That would be interesting actually, because it'd be nice to know more techniques, because I know lighting is important, but I don't know all the techniques for it. I don't know which techniques are making it or giving the quality that I'm describing. So like even the difference between soft boxes and no diffusion and the way that it works is something that's relatively new to me. Like I understand it is important, but not why.
Yeah.
And I think maybe if we do something to go into the why, it might be a bit more apparent and make people want to say next time, oh, my video, I need the lights proper.
Yeah, exactly.
And so that I think that would be a great thing to accomplish. Because
Yeah.
I truly think of all the things we spoke about,
Yeah.
that probably makes the biggest difference. Like, you know when you were talking about, or maybe, you might want to use an old video camera.
Yes.
To make a point and make us feel certain stuff. You can get away with that much easier if the lighting is proper in the scene.
Yeah.
Because suddenly your old technology is still you can get a lot if you've got enough light.
It's like the refining. It's like light is literally refining the story. It refines it. It isolates it. It portrays it. It shines a light upon it. Literally stating the obvious. Like without light, you can't really shape a lot of moods and tones and feels. And stories are literally based on feeling, emotion.
100%. But it makes sense, innit? It's like in the winter, people feel more down. Depression is higher because there's lack of light. We're creatures that do take light. It's got the same emotional reactions. You get me? The same way the music is invoking a reaction. What we're seeing, the light that's hitting, man, is making me feel a reaction. And so I think that's why. That's got to be why it's so key. Plus the fact that the technologies actually work better with the light.
Of course.
But yeah,
Dope.
let me stop myself there before we talk.
Let's stop. Let's stop. All right, cool. So that's a wrap. Just to sum up what we was talking about, Carol started with the Stormzy example, talking about how it was an infectious, viewing experience for him. We then went on to talk about what really makes a team make products like that. In fact, even before that, we then said that we need that, or not even need, but when there is people doing their specific roles, it makes a production so much more rich because everybody is doing what they know and just that thing, which just makes it a bit more professional and more quality based. We then went on to discussing lighting and the importance of it. And that's pretty much all we really spoke about today. So I hope you've taken something from it. I've certainly learned some stuff from, Cairo's perspectives, and I hope he has from mine. We're looking forward to doing the next video, as these are really fun. But like I've been saying, this is a collaborative effort, and we need you guys to help us to make this better. So what advice do you have for us? Please put it in the comments. Let us know, do you want it longer, do you want it shorter? Do you want us to talk about subjects, maybe in a bit more depth or less depth or whatever? Whatever comes to your mind, help us out because we want to help you out. That's it. That's been this talks. I've talked the talk. Carol's talked the talk.
Always talk the talk.
We always talk the talk. Yeah? Join the conversation. We out. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure that you comment. And make sure that you like. Energy. Alright, listen, you felt that, didn't you? We are talking about the way energy affects your production.